Okay, testing. Probably gonna be. It's also going to be my new profile icon. Wait, can you hear me right now? Huh, the game should be updating right now, so if there is a, if I'm still setting up right now, it's because of that. Alright, can anyone hear sound? There should be some cool jazz going on right now. Hello and welcome to the Rec Room stream. Everything should be working right now, I think. If it's not, I'll be sure to check the chat in a minute. But basically what we're here to do is that we're here to view all the updates that are happening in Rec Room. March 1st, this is one of the first-hand accounts. Well, you probably seen some of the stuff if you saw streams, but I know most of my viewers have not heard of this game, so I was going to show you some stuff that's happening in it. So, as you probably saw from the schedule in the description, basically what we're doing is that we're going to try to get into the Q&A, which may or may not happen. That event fills up quickly. And the rest of the time we're going to be doing the new Pirate Quest. And it's going to be pretty fun, alright? So let me just get the streamer cam working. Now it should be set to follow, so it's right behind my head. Just to let you guys know this is a social game, so I don't control what other people say. And also it's not edited, so you're going to hear me say a lot, and a lot of delayed speech. Kind of like this. Yeah. Without further ado, we'll get started here in a moment. So the first thing I noticed differently is that this screen now.
I didn't play it either.
That's a strange choice.
Why are these things green?
I have no idea.
Which one play with me? It's 3 players.
My
right?
disc is still special though. That's neat.
Yeah,
For some reason, the hardest quest so far is 3-player. Less
Sounds
players,
great.
more difficulty. Yay!
Does anybody want to do it? I want to
I want to do it, but I am gonna try to get in the Q&A.
No, I can't. I'm trying to get in the Q&A.
Oh yeah.
Or like try like one attempt or something.
Wait.
Why is everyone I've
Does
literally
anyone
never
else
met
wanna join?
in game that I've only met on Discord in this lobby right now? I've never
Wait,
seen
I'm
you
sorry, I
in
got
game.
confused.
I've seen you like once in game. I've never seen
I've
Dan
seen you
Monia
in
in game. Have I?
I think it was
I haven't
charades.
seen you. I can't remember. That must have been a while ago.
It was.
Please don't. No.
And
no.
Shuffler's here too. And
I love this
Alright,
hair, man.
everyone's
It looks
here.
like Princess Leia. Like cinnamon rolls. Chocolate covered cinnamon rolls.
I would kill them.
You're underage.
I also added this Merc booth thing here. Now this was available last week, and they had unique stuff. Now it's just a
What time
bunch
is
of
it?
older stuff.
It starts in 10 minutes. We're going to want to get spamming the door.
But at
because we
least,
won't
you
get in
know,
otherwise.
people have a chance to get this stuff, since normally it would be ridiculously difficult to get in a random box.
No, go away. There's no space, bitch.
Oh no, this is gonna be. I at least want to see it because, like, I know the Q&A is gonna be like filled with spoilers.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna YOLO it and try to do it anyways.
Oh, you're not going to get in if you go into a game, trust me.
So guys, we're going to go ahead and
I was
head
spamming
into
the door for 20 minutes and I didn't
just
get
to
in,
see
so
what's in
I
there
highly doubt
and
if you're
how
going to play a game
the
and
thing
then come
works.
in 5 minutes later.
And we're
That's
going to
true.
exit right out of there
gonna get
in
in.
about a few minutes to
I'm just
see
gonna
if we can get into
door,
QA.
expecting not to get
Probably
it,
gonna
then I
get
can
a
play it.
Yeah. Maybe Gribbly can say.
Ready to start.
Hey, you!
Yes. I'm just here to check things out before the Q&A. So it looks like there's a bunch of outfits you can buy. Each set
Game
costs
on!
it's just a lot of gold. Well, you're battling with a torch.
Money.
So yeah, I know it's breaking this. Streaming, by the way.
Out.
Hey, boy! Hey! Hey, hey, boy! Hey! Hey, boy!
Out. Out.
These sloth are both okay.
Oh!
it's about time for the Q&A, so we're gonna go ahead and head to the rec center. There's gonna be loads of people swarming the door.
I'm gonna show you.
So if you've never been in the rec room, basic science of getting into any event is to spam the door. That's just how rec room is. I don't know why. Hello. I'm currently streaming right now.
It shall be Wednesday and nobody will question it.
Yeah, if you're ever in rec room and you're trying to go into an event, you don't really question when people go right next to the door and there's an event going on.
Roar! People roar! Literally less than 1 minute. We haven't got long. I know discs are green for some reason.
Wait, let me try something.
Yeah, literally. Ooh! They have a catch counter now, Taco. Look, if I throw it to you and you catch it,
they've always had.
Wait,
I never knew that.
Moss.
What? Yeah, we in this shit.
Taco!
Yeah,
What are you doing?
I was
Don't
not partied up.
We're going to
God damn it.
delay it.
Okay, I'll tell you when it's time.
Wait,
Oh, at least for my time zone.
1.
We're in. Go. Damn it. Okay, they're late, but of course they're not going to be exact.
It was just do.
Yep, just spam it. So, how's your day been?
Terrible.
Pretty good.
Yep. Yeah, at least
my day's been terrible too.
everyone's day's been terrible.
Why has it been?
Hey, go here.
Today is
Shut up.
Of course. Oh, I thought I recognized it.
Damn it, I didn't mean to teleport.
Oh, man,
There's still people in the Wednesday, my dude's
My
place.
thumb is already killing me. God damn.
Do you know
I didn't stay, my dudes.
Oh god.
It's Wednesday. Oh fuck. Who said
Taco.
that?
Taco.
Yeah.
If you're not getting in, I'm gonna leave for you.
Sorry, I just had to. You can't see on my thing.
Do you know the way? Do you know the way?
Oh god, go away! Nobody wants to listen to you.
Do you know the way? Oh yeah, just go. Taco. Go away.
Do you know the way to a cliff that I can jump off of?
Do you know the way?
Shut
There
up.
might be one in a new power quest.
Do you know the way?
They're 1 minute late. Okay, I'm going to just... There's
Do you
your
know the
name. Where
know
are
the
you
way?
on here? And...
Do you know the way?
Copy, Barbara.
Ah, that's better.
We're coming
I
to
just
get
blocked
you,
it.
Barbara.
The way. Do you know the
They
way?
might have the same issue that they had last time.
Do you know the way? Do you know the way?
Disgusting, vile creature. I feel bad for saying that.
How?
That's I kind of hate people.
God,
like
this is gonna take like 5 hours, isn't it?
Do you know the way?
Yep. Can we
Do you know
kick
the way
that
to
one?
Africa? You know the way
Can we
to
kick
Africa?
I've already blocked him.
Don't block him. Just bloody kick him.
Okay.
Boom.
Boom, there you go.
Who?
That guy.
Who?
That guy who
Well,
somebody
the person
voted
that
to kick
the
my bitch.
as if it's still funny.
There we go.
There we go.
Alright.
Thank you, whoever did that. I'm
I am
Welcome back.
eternally grateful.
What was the developer's
yeah.
name
That we
again?
didn't have to
Guilty?
listen to that rubbish.
Hmm?
What was
I'm
the
gonna have
developer's
a look at
name
this stuff.
on Rec Room?
God.
Do you guys know what the
Richard.
subscriber thing is?
Upon.
What?
Something
Sorry, I
featured on
can't
the
hear
pro-
you.
Oh, that
The
makes
Something
name
featured
of
on
the
the profile,
developer.
so you
Oh,
guys
Richard.
Shut
subscribe
up,
to
everyone,
the-
please shut up. I'm trying to hear what he's saying. What?
I was asking
Yeah,
for
you-
the name of the
That
Oh,
subscriber thing.
Oh
on the
my
user
god, I'm not
profiles.
gonna ask again.
What's the name of the
It's
developer?
okay. It's okay, I'll just ask.
I'm not talking to you.
on
I'm
the
trying to hear what he's
Q&A.
saying.
Yeah,
Sorry,
That's
what?
what he said!
Times.
What's going on?
What's the name of the developer?
So I'll go into your
Grib.
well,
Well, there's a lot of them,
there's-
but one of them is Gribbly.
There's Sean, there's Gribbly, and there's
Sean,
a girl. I don't know if her name is really Mama
Motivator.
Monkey on here, but her name's Mama Monkey.
It is
on
Mama
Discord.
Monkey.
Yeah, she's
yeah,
not a dev,
so
she's
Mama
just like a
Monkey,
community
Gribbly,
manager.
She's
Sean.
she's support.
And I believe there's more.
Yeah, there is more.
Well,
There's a
that's
lot
not
more
right.
actually.
I don't know how
Just-
many usually show up. This
Do you
is
know
actually my
they
first Q&A.
well actually
eat your
they actually
face.
made a go-kart test.
Go-kart. Oh shit.
Go-kart.
No, you don't even mention
that would be
Don't
awesome.
mention boxing. They'll probably be like, "Look at this guy."
Yeah, they actually did a test for go-karting. Apparently, it worked pretty well despite the physics, but but they cancelled it due to motion sickness issues.
Well, of course. Well,
Yeah.
why is it flying a thing then?
Yeah, that's why they brought the RC cars in. I'm pretty sure is to like replace that.
Yeah, apparently, I think maybe they said they were going to plan on adding it back in, but other than that, they haven't really said much about it.
I'm loud.
Oh.
You're invited. Yeah.
Hello.
Nice.
It's me, boss.
Oh, hey,
You got in.
Natty Lynn, I was
Whoa.
looking for you.
I think the room works
It's me,
again.
boss.
I was right here, I promise.
My
Okay,
God.
Where are you?
The lag.
Yes,
I thought
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's usually what happens at the start of these things.
I actually
The lag.
Hey.
No.
I'm in the highest corner so my frames don't just explode.
broken.
Would you like to join me?
Alright.
Hey, Sarah, you got into.
I...
You both
Sure, but I'll probably make
Lemon
your frames
fingers.
drop.
Wait, okay, there's...
Notorious.
Hey, Sparky.
What is
Isn't
Josh?
Notorious
Josh?
here?
Josh is Josh.
Sparky.
Okay.
I made him a
There
host.
What's up, guys?
Great.
Hey,
First time ever being here.
hey, B-Boss. Do you know if Notorious is coming?
It's Josh.
His train is late, so he might not make it. We'll see.
Cause I'm live streaming now, and I'm gonna start my recording when I get over there.
Oh god, the room is already full. I'm glad we got in when we did.
There we go.
Yeah. I think the door might be broken.
What
Oh,
is this supposed to be?
spamming the door for like.
This is
Q&A.
This is actually hurting now.
Alright, yeah, welcome to the Q&A. Welcome everybody, I think we're ready to get started. B-Bods, we need to wait for
I
you.
just picked
I know, I think we're
Alright.
good.
Alright, welcome everyone. Thanks for
I don't know
joining
what's
us
going on with
today.
Motivator.
You ready? You ready? You ready? Where's Motivator? Why does he look
Can
all
you
weird?
turn your bubble on? Can you turn that off?
Very good kitten.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah, the chair.
talking.
I know.
Josh, can you sit in
Alright.
that chair? Can you take that chair?
No, he's gonna
Alright.
get back in.
Okay, so if you haven't been to one of our Q&As before, the way we do it is we raise our hand, we'll do a question from everybody. We try and get one question from everybody rather than doing multiple questions. And yeah, we'll repeat the question so people on the stream who are watching know what we're talking about. And then I'll kind of often hand off the mic to whoever knows more about whatever you're asking about than I do. You're welcome to ask about anything to do with Rec Room. We're happy to talk about anything, whether it's the new quest or whether it's new features we've added, what we're planning for the future. Yeah, so let's get started. So who's got a question for us? Who's got a question? Who's got them muted? Is that you, B-Buzz?
Someone's muted?
I can't hear anybody. Oh, okay. Now I can hear you.
We're not talking. We're being quiet.
Really?
They're being polite. They're not muted.
That is literally unprecedented.
Never happened.
That was my first Q&A.
That's
Good
that's
job,
amazing.
everybody.
I love
Well
it.
done.
All right,
Well done.
Blue Phoenix. What can we tell you?
crap. Oh, dang it. I kind of stepped on.
Blue Phoenix, is your microphone on? All right, I'm going to come back to you, Blue Phoenix. Who else has got a question? Fragrant Kitten, what you got?
So what are you like? What were your ideas of making Rec Room? Like, what was your initial plans and your future?
Oh, sure, yeah. So the question was, what was the initial plan for Rec Room? What were we thinking? Why on earth did we think this was a good idea? I think we've touched on this in previous Q&A, so I'll keep it pretty brief. But basically, we're coming up on our 2-year anniversary as a company, and 18 months of Rec Room being live, which is wonderful. The initial idea was, we were super excited about VR, and especially excited about the kind of tracked hand controllers that the Vive had just released, and we were just like, wow, this is super cool. And so honestly, we were like, seems like someone will make the Wii Sports of VR. And then we're like, maybe we should make the Wii Sports of VR. And then we're like, maybe someone, it'd be really cool if that was social and you could hang out with people from all around the world and play all these kind of crazy games. And so that was kind of the starting impulse. And it's kind of grown into this crazy thing that we're all doing now. But yeah, that was the backstory.
Oh.
Yeah, all right. Lady Juliana, what you got?
Jesus.
I would like to know, are we going to get the boxes back when we play our games? Because they're missing. Like when you play charades without it being a daily.
Okay, so the question is for B-Buzz.
So the question was, are we going to get the boxes back? So in this recent update, we took the boxes away. We retweaked the whole system around gifts and packages and avatar items to fit more with the merch booth. So we got a lot of positive feedback from the merch booth, so we're going to move forward with that being the main way you get boxes. Now, I'm not saying that there's never going to be boxes again in the future, but right now we're trying no boxes, and we're going to see how.
Yeah, because a bunch of us said if we would have known that, we would have avoided the merch booth.
You would have avoided the merch booth?
I would have avoided the merch booth. I would have left it.
Sure.
Because now I don't see a reason to go play games anymore, so... Besides
you're missing the boxes mostly from the activities, is what you're feeling?
Yeah, because the whole point of us going to charade and playing charades for 4 hours was so we get those boxes. I mean, even if they're 1 or 2 stars, it was the fact that we got something out of it. It was fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel the same.
Yeah.
We were getting a lot of feedback that people were feeling sad about the dupes they were getting from the boxes, and that the box experience wasn't really rewarding.
Yes. I get that, but I think I'd give that back.
Okay, understood. Heard. Thanks, lady.
Yeah, excellent feedback. And that's, as anyone who's played Rec Room for any period of time knows, we tend to experiment a lot. We change things, we add things. So we're always going to listen to your feedback. So so keep it coming. And if we get overwhelming feedback that you'd prefer it a different way, we'll certainly consider making changes. All right. I think ubiquitous mute.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Will there eventually be a paid version?
Oh, so the question is, will there eventually be a paid version? So yes, in some form. I mean, at a certain point, we need to start making some money as a company. We've been lucky to get some investment and being able to kind of create this free social app. What we've said in the past is that we're always going to have a free access to Rec Room. We're basically going to keep Rec Room free. We think of us, we're a social app. The more players we can get, the better off we are. For you guys, for us, for everybody. But yeah, we'll have some kind of premium features. We're not 100% sure. You can probably over the next year or so expect us to start experimenting with some stuff like that.
Awesome,
because
I'd happily pay.
All right, thanks. That's nice to hear. I appreciate that. All right, I'm going to go over this side for a bit and take some questions from this side. So, who we got here? All right, Lone Agent 87, Lone Special Agent.
Hi guys. I was wondering if we are in the near future be able to get moving stuff like sliding doors, like animation.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the question was, in the near future, will we be able to this is for custom rooms, I assume. We'll be able to animate things, move things, stuff like that. So the answer is yes. We are definitely thinking about that actively. In fact, in today's update, we introduced what we called holotars. I don't know if everyone's had a chance to play with them yet.
I did. Those are awesome.
There's actually a pretty fun one in the Pirate Quest lobby. If you haven't found it, there's a fun holotar that tells you about. Yeah. Oh, it was Ghostbeard's nephew came in and did that voice acting for us. But yeah, so in terms of animating things, we're definitely looking into supporting various kinds of physics, and expanding out the holotars, and we want to figure out a way to let you move things like, open curtains, close curtains, move things around. We're not 100% sure how that'll work, but we are definitely going to be exploring all of that for sure. All right, Kick-Ass 234.
You can just call me. By the way, I'm also a live streamer, and I'd like to give this from my stream. They'd like to know about the different ways you guys are thinking of moving on and putting in permanent bases. Like, who are you going to be putting together with, like, a bigger company? What?
Oh, so hang on. So you broke up a little bit at the end there. So can you just repeat the question for me?
We work with other companies to be bigger and better, basically. That's what my
Right. So the question was, are we gonna work with other companies to like bring their brands and things into Rec Room? Is that the question?
Maybe like athletic companies.
Kind of like that.
Yes.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Okay. So the question was, are we planning to work with other companies and maybe work with them to have rooms inside Rec Room? I think the answer there is maybe. We've certainly something we've talked about and something that seems like it could be fun. Yes. I think for us, we would want to make sure it was the right kind of partnership. Those of you who've been playing Rec Room for a long time will remember we did a partnership with Servios a while back.
Yes.
When they released raw data, which was real cool. We did some custom items. They were really fun to work with. And so, I think you can expect us to do some partnerships. It's really just a matter of finding the right opportunities. And for us, we're so busy updating the game and building out custom rooms and things that we probably don't do as good a job as we should of reaching out to people. So if you ever think of good companies or you want to put people in touch with us, supportedagainstgrab.com, let us know.
Okay.
Fragrant Kitten.
What is up, human?
Yeah, are you glad that other big YouTubers, for example, like Minilad ages ago, played your game and got it big? I came because of him on this.
Oh, great. Yeah, so the question was, do we like it when YouTubers and other streamers stream the game? Yeah, absolutely. Of course we do. We want everyone to come and play Rec Room and have fun. So if people, want to stream it and kind of get people excited about it for us, that's wonderful for us, and we really appreciate it. So yeah, we love that. All right, Snickers.
Hi, this is my first time in a Q&A.
Hey, welcome.
Welcome.
Me too.
Okay. My question is, so the partially new system of, I forgot what they're called, the coding thing?
Oh, the circuits?
Yeah, the circuits, yes, thank you.
The circuits.
I really like how you did that, but is there going to be, are you going to add on, more, circuit functions?
More stuff.
And if so...
Yeah, let's talk about circuits a little bit. Is Duffy here? He's not. Okay. So the question was about circuits. So a couple of updates ago, we introduced circuits into the custom room. So this is like chips that you can wire together to create behavior and logic. Really, so with the goal that you can create your own games in Rec Room. That's really what we're trying to do. And so the question was, are we going to keep expanding that and make it more powerful? Absolutely yes, 110%. That's a big priority for us. So in today's update, we added a couple of new chips. There's a random number generator. We connected dice rolls to the circuit, so you can you can trigger circuit events with dice
sound
now.
effects.
There's sound effects. Yeah. There's a sound effects chip, so you can trigger sound effects. We are about to add circuit control for the holotars. So the holotars are like recordings of your avatar, so you can be like, hey, welcome to my room, blah, blah, blah. We're going to allow you to trigger that with circuits. That's coming really soon. And basically the plan is we want you to be able to build complete games and share complete games with circuits and the maker pen and the other custom room features. So yeah, that's
going to be pretty cool.
I got to say, I know I end up saying this every Q&A, but I'll say it again just for posterity. We are continually blown away by what we see people build in Rec Room. It's fair to say, right? We share it internally around the company all the time. We're like, look at what they built. It's amazing. We can't believe it. And so we're always inspired to see what people build. And so we're going to just keep adding more and more power for you guys to make more and more amazing stuff. And eventually we want to retire and let you build all the games. All right, Volts, what you got?
What was I going to say? Oh yeah. For the gold for the clothes, there's 4 different sets that you can buy in the S rank. How come the 4 sets are all the same price? Wouldn't there be like an A rank or C rank and an S rank or a B rank, whatever it is?
Question is about the Pirate Quest merch booth, right? And the outfits there. All right, who wants to take this one? Josh, Cloud.
Jesus, the server's lagging.
Hi. So the question was, why are the outfits in Pirate Quest all the same price, with the exception of the S rank only outfit, which you can't buy in the store? You have to get an S rank to earn it. And the idea basically is that we are going to give you more outfit items that are not gloves if you do well. And we want to have more opportunities for people to get more and more combinations of different gear. And so we also really want you to earn gold while you're playing Pirate Quest and spend that gold on things that you really want and you really care about. And so as you play, make sure you then can save up to buy that hat that you want. But really it's about giving you more desirable things to work for and spend your hard-earned gold on in a store. All right. Cool.
Excuse me, I got a question.
Excuse me, I got a question.
Oh, no. Thank you.
Just raise your hand.
Alright, just raise your hand.
I got it. Yeah. All right. Let's go. We're gonna come back down this end. So.
Hello.
Okay, everyone move to this end. Everyone move to this end.
I think ubiquitous mute. Let's go.
Me?
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Zane Bob. I've got a YouTube channel, and I just want to ask. I'm having some not plug your YouTube. I'm having some trouble with making an official account. I'm trying to type it on. It's like it's always like not accepting. So are you gonna update the official account I'm making? So I can I want to change my name to Zion Bob and not this weird
I got it.
name I have on this head.
I got it. Thank you for the question. I got it. Yeah, thank you. So the question was, there might be some issues with creating an account. I know it's very...
changing your account so you change your name.
I got the question. What I would say for anything to do with if you're having troubles creating accounts or anything like that, email us at support@againstgrab.com. We'll happily work with you. It's probably a little boring in a group setting to try and debug a specific account issue. So yeah, get in touch with us either on Discord or Reddit or via email, and we'll happily work with you to figure it out. Okay?
I already have a Gmail.
Okay. Send us an email. support@againstgrab.com. All right. HBL, what you got?
Hey, so first I want to just say thank you for adding adding what was it? It was 4 before. Now you have 9 outfits we can select from. That was going to be my first question here, if you would add more. So since you already did that, thank you. I'm wondering if you would be allowing us to disable tunnel vision when we teleport and when we turn.
Oh yeah. So the question was thank you for adding more outfit slots. So I don't know if you noticed you have now 9 saved outfit slots instead of 4. You can thank Bilal for that one.
Whoa, thank you, Bilal.
And so then now I forgot the second question. I'm sorry.
So would you be able to allow us to disable tunnel vision or blackout vision when we teleport?
Oh yeah, that's right. So the other question was, would we be able to disable the tunnel vision, like the vignette, the black kind of tunnel that happens when you turn, when you. I think the answer is probably yes. I think we can certainly look at it. I think our policy on that is, now that VR's been around for a while, when we first launched Rec Room, we wanted to be really, really careful about making anyone ever feel sick or weird or anything like that. I think now we've all got a little bit more experience under our belt, and that we know that some people can really stand a lot of motion. Some people are really. What are you doing, Hugh?
That's good.
Almost
so I think we now have a lot more.
Are you gonna fix that in the future?
We all have a lot more experience with VR, and we know that people have a spectrum of some people are really sensitive to motion sickness. Hang on, I'm answering your question.
Okay.
So some people have. He's back there. Some people are able to tolerate a lot of motion. Some people are really susceptible to motion sickness, and so we'll just keep adding settings so people can kind of adjust to their own comfort level. And I think you can expect us to experiment more with motion and things over the next couple of updates. We got some interesting stuff in the pipeline. All right, Nocturne.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Real quickly.
Two things.
Excuse me. Yeah. Hang on.
Oh, yep. Take your time.
With the comfort flying and everything, you can actually, there's a setting in your watch called comfort flying, and if you uncheck that, that will reduce the tunnel vision for flying.
Oh, you just said that.
And then also, if you're specifically asking about teleporting, you can uncheck motion teleport.
There's comfort
If you uncheck motion teleport, it will not have the comfort vignette.
But it blacks out.
It will do a blink, yeah, but it's not going to be the tunnel vision though.
Thank you, Cloud.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Cloud. I forgot to mention all of those practical things. But yeah, I would say stay tuned for the next update. There's going to be some interesting stuff in that for people who care about those kind of topics. So one other thing, I think I forgot to mention this in the build notes. I can't remember if I put it in or not, but like the other thing we did in the watch settings, while we're talking about settings, is we made it so that when you turn off watch notifications, it shuts off all of them so that your watch won't buzz, you won't get the haptics. So I know for some people that was a real pain in the butt, especially for streamers. That was a big pain in the butt.
Yesterday.
It was Natty that finally pushed us to the edge to be like, we got to fix this bug. All right, who has not asked a question? Help me out.
I have not.
I'll come back to you, Nocturno. Okay, you're next.
Okay.
Before I ask this question, I really like to say it's really nice meeting the developers of this game. You really did a good job on this.
Thank you.
Anyways, are you guys planning on making other game modes in the future?
Oh, so the question was, so A, we always love to meet all of you guys too. The feeling is very mutual. But the question was, are we going to make other game modes? The answer is absolutely. Josh, you want to talk about this at all?
Sure, yeah.
I would have said the exact opposite answer, and I think we're done forever now.
Okay, yeah. Well, it's been fun. Thanks, everyone.
Nice one.
GG.
Okay. Wait. Please. Are you gonna add like events in here, like Christmas and Halloween, like change the maps?
I do already.
That's about 7 months away.
Sure. The answer was yes, more games. Tell us what you like. Post on Discord. Post on Reddit. Yes.
Discord.
Okay, yeah. So, we're definitely going to do more games. We definitely listen to feedback. It definitely influenced our choice of Pirate Quest. We like seeing the excitement around Pirate Quest as a theme was definitely something that influenced our thinking as we made this quest. By the way, has everyone tried the new quest?
I tried the demo.
I ran in the door just now.
It is super hard. It's super hard. But yeah, well, hopefully everyone's having fun with it. And please let us know what you think, because we'll definitely be making more quests in the future. What was it? I thought I was going to... Oh, yeah, events. There was a question about events, and so I think we don't have all the details here yet. We haven't really thought about it, but definitely something we've been talking about is...
Can I get a high five?
Hang on a second. We won't create events, but we will create an event system. Because if someone wants to do a Christmas event, it should really be you. Yes, you can have a perfect. All right.
Okay. First, whoever made that torch section of the pirate map, thank you, because that was really cool. If anyone's here. Yeah.
That was these guys.
Alright, you guys. Alright, thank you. That was a really cool section. And then second thing, the new holograph things, whatever. Those. Well, we have more. I was thinking more customization, like Star Wars, like you know how it's blue, it's all blue, or something like that. Or you can resize it to make it small, like it fits in your hand, and you can watch it. Will that happen? And also a question on the new creative pen. It's shiny now, so I don't know. I noticed it's shiny, so I don't know if that's like gonna stay forever. Or, I don't. It doesn't bother me. I'm just saying. Like, is that the new look?
All right. So
I did not notice.
Let me talk about that. So one question was, with the holotars, will we have the ability to customize them, maybe resize them, put different colors and things on them? Yeah, for sure. We definitely going to keep updating the holotars. We're pretty excited by the expressive potential, and we like very much that the holotars are pretty easy to make. Like, you know, make a pen and the circuits, like, they're pretty powerful, and we're going to make them more powerful, but, you know, it takes a lot. You know, you got to get pretty skillful with them to make something cool. Holotars, we like that. You can kind of jump in and make something fun really quickly. So that's pretty cool. And then, the other thing, in today's update, the make a pen stuff definitely got a little shinier. Votivate, you want to talk about that?
Sure.
Woo!
Whoa. So that's basically because I can't do math. So we've already, and it should be coming. The fix for that should be just before. All right, nice. Okay, let's go back down this end and do some more questions. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, everyone move to this side now. Hey, everybody go over there.
Moves down here. Oh my god.
Come on.
Yo, Josh.
Oh, okay.
Quiet down.
Because this game is really good in positivity, but there's a lot of guilds out there that don't stand for the same thing, and I have an issue with players putting my tag in their name, and then they go do something bad, and I get in trouble. Type of system where they couldn't put it in their name unless they were dedicated to the specific.
I gotcha.
A lot more easier on the
So kind of like a contact. Oh my.
Okay, so alright, so let me repeat. Wait. Let me repeat those questions so everyone can understand what we're talking about. So the first part was, you know, maybe it'd be good if we let you like flesh out your bio, maybe like add some biographical detail to your player profile. You know, so on RecNet or in the Watch, you can kind of get more info. Yes, we're definitely planning to do something like that. That's on the list. I think we'll let people kind of express, hey, here's what I'm about. Here's the kinds of things I like to make. Here's the kind of things I want to do. So yes, we'll do that. The second one was about groups and clans and things like that. You know, I think we're kind of actively thinking about how we want to add support for groups as a kind of an official feature in Rec Room, so that you can kind of make a club and like, you know, I think our current thinking, B-Boz, you might want to talk a little more about this. Do you want to hit this one?
Sure, give it a shot.
I would just
like maybe share some of our thinking, and we can get some immediate feedback.
Yeah, that sounds good. So what we're thinking right now is that clubs or groups will be a spin-off of rooms. So you'll have a room that's like your clubhouse, your main space, and then you could be a member of that room, and then that would show up somewhere that you're a member of that particular room. So that's the kind of the way that we're thinking about rolling it out at first. Do you think that would help kind of serve what you're looking for, Sparky?
It's kind of like it's the like so like say like I have no problem with anyone else. Their group does what their group does, and I completely support them in everything they do. It's just that it's trying to make it so easy as someone faking being in your group.
Right. Yeah, and I think with the system that we're thinking about, like you would request membership to a room. So let's say they had the BMG room, you would request membership to that room. And then BMG would say, yeah, we want you to be a member if it was a private room. And then on your profile page, you would say that you were a member of the BMG room. So it would be very like explicit which groups you were a member of and which groups you weren't.
I asked that question because there was a lot of other clans that had that specific question because there was a lot of misconfusion with some people.
Got it. All right. Goldie, what you got?
Could I say something? Could I say something?
Just what you say.
We had a question from you, Fragrant. Let's go with Goldie.
Okay, I just want to say you've done a great job with the game. I've been enjoying it so far.
Thank you.
I was just wondering because every time I'm loading into the game, I usually just do like drumming stuff. So I was wondering, have you ever thought of adding instruments to the game?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So interesting question. So the question was, have we ever thought about adding instruments to the game? And so, you know, very briefly, yes, we think about that a lot, like, because we see a lot of people creating rooms to share music with each other and do musical performances and stuff like that, which it's awesome. We love that. You know, I'm really into music myself. It's funny, I hear you say when you're loading into the game, you tend to drum. I always do that. Like, whatever the theme song is while we're loading, I'm always made me think that maybe we should put some, like, drums in the loading screen so you could be, like, playing the drums while the game loads. That'd be kind of fun.
The holotars, you can do acapella. Like an
there you go, yeah. The Holotar Barbershop Quartet. Probably, you know, anyone who's been involved with multiplayer programming will probably be aware that would be, the lag is kind of a challenge. There's internet lag that makes collaborating in real time on music challenging. Not impossible, it just makes it challenging. So that's kind of why we haven't done it yet. But it's definitely something we'd like to get through. Alright. Alright, whoa. One at a time, people. One at a time. I can't hear if everyone's talking at once, alright? Okay. Goldie, finish your thought, please.
Well, all we're saying is, like, there's a huge amount of people.
Look with me.
And, like,
Look with me.
even if it's, like,
You are a star.
And all that.
Look.
With just props also.
What are you?
Yeah, but yeah, okay.
Is this...
Alright, Fragrant, let's hear your thought, just so you can stop asking me.
Kid, shut up. What I need to say is, it's really nice meeting everyone. This is my first thing ever. Come on, guys. Just because I've got to go, and it's been lovely, and I mean lovely meeting you all here. You're all such really nice people. So I'm going to give some lucky person a chance to come and, like, meet you all.
Alright, perfect.
So
very nice to meet you, Fragrant Kid. Thank you. Alright, who has not asked a question? Let's go. Bye-bye. Alright, Bob Ross, what you got?
Because I played the pirate quests, and they are amazing. I honestly, I love them.
Thank you.
It's like the best quest I've seen. I really like the challenge that you start off with no weapons. But I was pretty disappointed when I went to see if I could get the things from that game in like the creative mode. So I was wondering like in what update will those be put into the...
Okay, yeah. Great question. Okay, so Bob Ross was asking. So he was very nicely saying that he very much enjoyed Pirate Quest. Thank you for saying that. That's we really appreciate that. And but then the question was, when will we when will we put some of the Pirate Quest things into the sandbox system so that you can use maybe the cannon or the well, I don't want to do any spoilers, so anyone who hasn't played Pirate Quest, but like there are some new and fun things in the quest that so I don't know if there's any reason why we wouldn't put it in soon.
No reason.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just a matter of us getting to it. So I would say in the next couple of updates we'll add some of that stuff. What would be the number one thing you want?
The number one thing I want, probably to be honest, like the cannon, the torch.
Frying pan.
Okay. All right. Loud and clear. All right. Yeah. The frying pan is the frying pan is my personal favorite. I gotta say. All right. Let's come into the middle here. Edgy, what you got?
I have a question, but this guy right here has been raising his hand entire time.
Oh, okay. That's very nice of you. All right. So, Mons, what you got?
Well, what I sort of want to see in Rec Room is basically, you know how Sparky suggested clans. Maybe instead of it just being in your maybe you could have like clan wars and stuff as well. So, like you could settle disputes in the war or something.
Oh, all right. So the question
like a game mode.
Maybe we don't just have clans. Maybe we had clan wars. I don't know. What do you think we want?
I also have another question too.
Should we encourage all kind of hostility between groups of people?
Yes.
Sounds like a great idea.
Painting contests.
I also have another question.
All right, boss. Ready to go.
Okay.
And also, I have sort of flew on my head. I'll raise my hand later when it came back.
I'll come back after we've done Edgy. How about this? Edgy, what you got?
Hello?
Alright, I like what you guys are doing with the merch booth, but I was wondering if you guys could like maybe continue like adding on while at the same time expanding so that way it makes character customization a lot easier. Instead of just like randomizing it.
Edgy's asking the question about the merch booth. If we continue to grow it, will we also expand it? So Edgy, you're asking like, are we going to sell a higher number of items in the merch booth instead of like 8 items or 10 items? Let's sell 20 or 30 or 40.
Or like show just older items and kind of like the older they get, the cheaper they get.
I think certainly something like that. We're moving towards more and more items in the merch booth at a time. That is a direction that we're headed. So you'll see more stuff there. You'll find more stuff that you particularly are excited about, not just the 6 items or whatever that we have for a week. That'll be coming soon. Keep an eye out for that.
Thank you.
Oh, I nearly dropped that. Okay. All right, Lone. I think we had a question for you, but let's do another one.
Thank you. I was just curious, where does the number 87 come from?
Oh, so the question was, where does the number 87 come from? And the answer is, it's the number between 86 and 88. Mars, did you remember your question?
Yep, the question was, will you ever be able to upload videos to Rekna? And if so, can they be edited? Because I've got a friend who's making videos about Rec Room, like little shorts, and they're really funny. And what I really want to do is, I want to have like a movie theater where they can be displayed. It would be really cool if that could happen.
Alright, okay, yeah, that's a really fun idea. So the question was, will we ever allow uploading videos to RecNet and maybe then let you display those videos in a room in Rec Room? I'm going to give you one of my trademarked maybes. It's a great idea. I like it. We haven't really thought about it too much. We definitely would like to support video recording. We sort of have half supported it in the past with the cameras. It gets a little tricky on it's kind of a different system on each different platform, so it's like it's work that we got to do to get it working. But yeah, we definitely want to support that. Like, you know, again, I'll repeat what I said earlier. Was like, we're consistently amazed by creativity and skill and the stuff that people build. So the more we can do to highlight it and make it easy to share, the happier we're going to be. So yeah, that's a great suggestion. Thank you. All right, Link the Kid, what you got?
Well, it's just kind of a couple questions. One, it's great to finally see the developers. Two, it's really just a question of like, has the thought of maybe ever like the utility belt and like other quests, like I could be like going around getting a potion, but I have to leave it there. Wouldn't it be? I thought it wouldn't be good just put on a little belt.
Whoa, where are you up to?
He's dead! Everyone's dead!
Josh, what happened?
Demon! Spraying holy water!
Josh, what happened?
Demons!
It was something, yeah.
Oh my God, Christ compels you.
Oh God! Holy water!
Alright, calm down everyone, All right.
Josh, you okay?
I was gonna have Josh answer that question, but he may be busy with something.
He's back.
Yay, alright, you ready?
He's back.
What drugs
I didn't hear the question at all because I was vomiting. What are you talking about?
It was basically the idea of carrying belts, so that way maybe you could carry a sword or something.
It's Josh!
Technical difficulties. Everyone stop talking about utility belts. We have to stabilize Josh.
Alright.
Because you'll just tell a whole bunch of potions and you can't. You just have to leave them there.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right. So the question was, are we going to support any kind of? You ready for this, Josh? Utility belt. All right. And so I think yes, that's something we've talked about. You know, I think we've called it holstering, like the ability to kind of like put things on your hip and like grab them off later. I know Motivator has prototyped that in the past. And so, yeah, I think we definitely, at some form, in some case, we'll experiment with that. I know for the Maker Pen, we want to make it available and easy to carry around so that when you're making rooms and stuff, you can have the Maker Pen just like on your hip or something like that and much easier to get to. But yeah, we haven't really figured out the details of how that's going to work, but we like the idea. Definitely like the idea for sure. All right, let's go down this end a little bit. All right, audio.
Hi. I actually had two questions, but then somebody came in and reminded me of one other issue that I had. That issue being when you block somebody, they used to be completely invisible, and now they're transparent, and they could still be annoying. Can we change it back to invisible? That'd be great.
Yes,
okay, all right.
That's one thing.
All right, so let me take them in order, because otherwise I'll forget, because I'm dumb.
Gotcha.
So the question was, can we make it so that blocking makes people completely invisible again? So yeah, we'll definitely take that suggestion. We're constantly kind of tweaking the moderation systems. It's kind of a balance between making people completely invisible so they can't bother you at all, and then sometimes if you're playing like paintball or something and someone's blocked, we kind of got to figure out what to do with like, then you can't aim at them or they can't shoot you. It's kind of gets a bit weird, so we probably need to figure it out so that
would it make more sense where, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Would it make more sense, so like when people are in like Rec Room or in some sort of lobby, they could be invisible, but when, like, during a game, they could be visible, you know, or maybe in that form.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
so that was one thing.
Thank you for the feedback. Appreciate it. Yeah,
that was one
questions.
Yeah, that was one thing, and the second thing was when it comes to like YouTubers and streamers and everything like that. Would it be? I think it would be really nice if they
there would be some credibility for all the things that they've like advertised this game and everything like that. Maybe give them some sort of special badge to let people know that hey, we're a streamer, we're a YouTuber, we're
okay, yeah. Okay, so the question was, maybe for streamers and people who are putting in time to create streams on YouTube and Twitch of Rec Room, maybe that special badge or some way of kind of recognizing that. Here's what I would say about that. Sean is currently on vacation and kind of traveling the world. But talk to Sean and Mama Monkey. They've been kind of like talking directly to people who are streaming and people who are doing stuff. They really kind of like own that kind of thing. So they'll have a lot of thoughts. And basically, if you convince Sean and Mama Monkey, then we'll do it. Sound good?
And last one, can I be a voice actor one day? Because I would love to be. Would you like to take voice actors from outside and I would like to be a voice actor in a video game?
Wait. This is very important. Okay, so the question was, can audio be a voice actor someday? So the answer is, let's hear your best accent.
You got it, audio.
Okay. Well, let's see here. My name is Alejandro Rodriguez, and I am a voice actor, and I can do many different things.
Spider Peter Griffin.
Oh, damn, I swear that's just nasty.
We'll talk after the show. That's very good.
Oh my god.
All right. Who's racist?
This guy didn't.
All right. U.S. Simpson. All right. Photo Eddie, do you want to give us your best accent?
What? What?
Perfect accent. All right.
I have a real accent.
Yeah. All right.
What do you say about his accent?
Okay. All right. Velho, what you got?
I'm doing an American accent right now.
This is you. You're at LCPL. Velho, you got a lot of words in your name. Is your mic on?
Mike?
Hello.
No?
Microphone? Can't hear
I think he's talking, but he doesn't.
Yeah, I can't.
Definitely gesturing a lot. We can't hear you. We can't hear you, Velho. I'm sorry.
Do the action.
Okay.
Oh, you gotta. Oh, that's cool.
All right,
so annoying that we all blocked.
Taco, up the back here.
No.
Okay, I have a question about the
How did you get
the
in here?
holograms that you recently.
That space open.
So me and my friends are just kind of toying around and messing around with them. The update finally was finished loading, and we realized you can't like hold objects in your hand and it won't show in the actual hologram that's played back, like markers or flags. And do you have any like?
Yeah, let me answer that. Yeah.
Wait,
so the question was. All right, I'll come back to you afterwards. Okay, Velho? Give me a
sorry.
So the question was. With the new holotars, which let you record your motions, it doesn't record the things you're holding. Like if you're holding, the makeup pen or a whiteboard marker. We're going to look into making it so that all that stuff gets recorded
also,
too.
you can make facial expressions like this. Hold on.
Yeah, and your mouth doesn't move.
I know. All of those things should work. You're absolutely right. So you can expect us to iterate on the holotars. Honestly, it'll be more people use them, the more attention they'll get, and the cooler they'll get. So if you want to see holotars get better, use them. All right, Velho, is your microphone working?
Yes, it is. Sorry, I had it off.
No worries.
So thank you for a wonderful birthday. This was the best update ever. And it's my birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
How old are you? Are you ever gonna add? Did you ever have go-karts, and will you ever add them back?
Hey, it's the go-karts question.
I saw that. I saw YouTube. Yeah.
So the question was, are we going to ever add the go-karts that we talked about ages ago? So context for people who aren't aware is that, yes, and boxing, thank you, Kilowatt. So the context here is that probably more than a year ago now, we did a prototype of go-karts in Rec Room. It was kind of like Mario Kart, but you're like Avatar sits in it. It was like really rad. It made a lot of people really feel sick. Like it was like really difficult for some players, and so we decided not to ship it at the time. Now our current thinking is what we want to do is get the custom rooms and the creation systems good enough so that you can make go-karts. So I think it's unlikely that we'll make go-karts, but we very much hope that someone in the Rec Room community will make go-karts. Does that make sense?
Jeez.
Yeah.
Like working go-karts, or?
Yeah, absolutely. Working go-karts that you can drive around and sit in and work like little vehicles. Right, Motivator?
Of course.
So,
Of course, yeah. Okay.
I do have one question.
Nice, Otter, you got a question?
Yeah. So, there was a whole lot of bugs and glitches. Are you guys going to fix those? Are you gonna?
No bugs. No bugs.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with what you mean.
They're all features. They're no bugs.
Yeah. So the question was, the question was, your game is a giant pile of crap. Don't you feel ashamed of yourself? Yes, we absolutely do. We apologize.
It's still in beta.
No, I'm kidding.
Is there a specific bug that's troubling you, Otter? Oh, what's a specific bug?
Like the clothing, like not the box thing.
Yeah, there's this weird clothing
the giant box.
It's weird.
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about that. So yeah, no, you're absolutely right. In all honesty, yeah, we definitely have bugs. We know that there's a lot we know about. There's a lot we don't know about. We really appreciate it when people bring bugs to our attention. It really helps us, especially if you figure out how to reproduce them and tell us how to reproduce them. That makes it much easier for us to fix. But
all right, hold on.
You're talking to someone. I see. But the bottom line is, we're really prioritizing experimenting and developing Rec Room as quickly as we can. And so sometimes that means things have a few more bugs than we might want. But we think it's more valuable to kind of learn like how VR should work and how we can make it really awesome, even if that means breaking a few things from time to time. So we always apologize. We always feel bad when things break. We always try and make sure that you don't lose anything like your items or your custom rooms or anything like that. Even if they're a bit weird for a while, they'll always come back because all that stuff's stored in the cloud. So apologies for any bugs. It's really just, the trade-off is we want to go fast and make sure each update has a bunch of new exciting stuff in it, and that means that sometimes we have to break things, so sorry about that. All right, Pengu, please.
Hello, so I have a serious question and a kind of not-so-serious question. I'll start with the not-so-serious one. So in Pirate Quest, we're running out of ammunition. I got 3 players, and none of us have weapons. And I was kind of, wanting to see if I can throw players at the enemies so that we can kill them and get something because we're running out low on ammunition. And the second question is, which is more serious, exclusive items in the boxes. 1-star, 2-star boxes don't seem to be possible to get anymore, and the exclusive items, you can't get those randomly. Or at least it would seem like you can't get them randomly anymore. So I was wondering if there's any way to get the exclusive items in the future.
Okay, well, I'll answer the first question first. So you're saying that throwing players is not working for you?
I tried to grab them, but no highlights.
Alright, how about B-Buzz? You take the second question.
Sure. So I think the second question was, is there a robot in here? What's happening?
It's Scorpion has his audio coming through his mic.
Oh. I'll just ignore that.
Mute yourself, please.
So the question was, thank you.
Bye.
The question was, how do you get exclusive items? Can you get them out of boxes? The ones in the merch booth? Is that correct?
Well, I mean the exclusive items from, say, what was it? Paintball, Clear Cut. There's a Lumberjack set, and there's Disc Golf Propulsion with the Scientist set.
Like the one in Josh's
Yeah. So we have those items. We also have some more items like that we haven't released yet. And
like the dodgeball one?
We're not short, for example, the dodgeball one. Yeah. That's a familiar voice. Yeah, so I think there'll be definitely a way to get those items. They're not in the boxes in the merch booth right now. The Mobster and the Flapper item from last week in the merch booth, those are in the boxes in the merch booth now. So if you want to get those and you didn't get those last time, you can buy the boxes in the merch booth and get them there. But eventually, yeah, the propulsion items and the clear cut items and more items like that will find their way back into the game. We're just not sure how we want to bring them in yet.
Okay.
So does that mean
only notifications?
All right. Oh, you got a follow up?
Oh, that was.
Does that mean?
Snickers is asking a follow up here.
All right. Snickers. Where's Snickers? All right.
And you can't throw players at the skeletons.
Does that mean
that would be hilarious.
That, can you get it? Can you get like the suit and like the mobster and flapper stuff in the like regular boxes?
The random boxes?
Like, yeah.
Yes.
So right now there are no random boxes. The only boxes you'll find are in the merch booth. And yes, you can get the mobster and the flapper item in the boxes in the merch booth.
And how many stars are there?
The price is linked to the stars. So the highest price ones are 4-star ones. The next highest price ones are 3-star ones, and the lowest price ones, which were the hand items, are 2-star.
How do you get the 2-star boxes though? That's a good question. You can't right now.
Alright, yeah, so you can't
Soon,
right
though,
now.
soon.
Yeah. Remember what we said about, like, we like to move, we like to change things a lot, and sometimes we break things? Okay, so, who's got a question down this end? Sparky, we heard from you already. I want to talk to some people I haven't heard from yet. HBL, didn't we talk to you before?
Yeah. You did. I've got another question, so go ahead.
Oh, okay.
You can come back if you want to.
I'll come back down this end.
Okay, so my friend yesterday got an item that I wanted out of a box, and I've got an item that he wants. So I was thinking of like a trading system where, but you can't trade like quest items.
A lot of was an ask for trading system. So I think
I hope you guys started that.
So I think trading items between players is something that we are going to... Who's making noise? Alright, it's something that we are going to be experimenting with at some point. Can't do it right now, but expect to see something, you know, not super soon, but not super far away either, where we can trade certain kinds of items between people.
Ooh. Exciting. Alright. Okay, who has not asked a question? Please have your hand up if you've not asked a question. Alright, let's do Natty Lynn.
Thank you. First, from Paintball League, we would really like to be able to turn on flying for spectators and custom paintball games.
Loud and clear. Okay, yeah, so the question was, for the Paintball League especially, be really cool if spectators could fly in paintball games. So something that we're going to be working on for the next update is, you may have noticed we kind of made a bit of a mess of non-sandbox custom games. Like you used to be able to save and publish like a paintball game, and like we kind of messed that up when we did save and load. So we're going to be working on that next sprint, and we're hoping to kind of come out with a much more organized way of like saving and sharing customized paintball games, for example. So we'll look at if we can include flying. I'm not 100% sure if we can, but we'll definitely look at it. We understand why you would want that. It makes total sense. Yeah. Okay.
And then the second one would be, could we get some sort of message board or a bulletin board in custom rooms so that people could take pictures and post them, and maybe it would be circuit enabled for a high score system?
Yes, let's talk about that offline. Let's hit me up on Discord or something like that. Let's talk about the details, because yeah, that sounds cool. And yeah, and just for, like, so the question was, could we add like a circuit-enabled kind of bulletin board thing for custom rooms? And so the answer is probably. We'll have to like look into the details, but like generally speaking, the way we think about custom rooms and items is the more general purpose it can be, like the more different things you could do with it, the more likely we are to do it, right? If it's just like one really specific thing, we might not be able to prioritize that, but if it's like something like that, which I think a lot of people get value from, yeah, that's something we're happy to look at. All right, Telgar, what you got?
Arden's planning on bringing a zombie game to the game.
This sounds like a question for Josh or Cloud. Are we planning on it? Well, we don't do a very good job of actually planning for anything. But so you'd like to play a zombie game. Do you think that would be quests, or how would you like to see that done?
Like a quest.
Yeah, quest.
Zombie quest.
Who randomly generated different every time.
And more now.
Do we have a horde mode?
So Call of Duty Zombies, basically.
Like an apocalypse.
Oh, there you go. Maybe a quest where like you have skeletons or undead enemies that you smash with found objects. Like that could be pretty cool.
No one zombies. No one wants that.
Okay, all right. Cloud, do you want to add anything to that? Sure.
What if it were pirate themed?
It's beneath you.
Good throw.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we're always entertaining new quest ideas, and I think one of the things that we love to see is like when people are posting on Reddit and Discord, like your new quest ideas that you come up with.
all of those influence us in future quests. Like, before we had Pirate Quest, I think one of somebody from here, like not this room, but like the community members recommended Pirate Quest from a long time ago. And we just been, dilly-dallying, going back and forth, giving different ideas. But ultimately, like, what you guys want influences what we make.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Okay, let's do Ian Dragon.
Alright, so I was just on a FaceTime with one of my friends. He was just wondering he wanted me to ask you guys if there was ever going to be like an open world kind of thing.
Oh, okay, so the question was, is there ever going to be an open world? What do you mean by open world?
Don't forget about crafting.
Fallout.
Oh yeah. I don't know. My friend just wanted me to ask you guys.
Okay, so I'm not 100% sure. I mean, open world means different things to different people, but here's something I will say is that something we're looking at now that we're done with the new quest. It means we have a little bit more time to work on some new levels and things for other stuff. How'd that get there? Oh, I don't know. Does everyone else see a glass up there? Okay, all right. Okay, sorry. Yeah, he brought it. So I was talking about open world. So I think something that's pretty high priority and that you can expect in the next couple of updates is we're going to do what we call a blank slate world. So for creating custom worlds, we want to create something. So rather than starting with the park or starting with like this performance hall or with the you could basically start from a blank slate with nothing in it and everything in the room is something that you've built. So that would mean you can have like a more as expansive a space as you want, and if you want to make like a PUBG or something like that, obviously there's a bunch of mechanics we have to add, but yeah, I think that kind of battle royale game, you need a lot of space for. So if that's what your friend means by open world, then yeah. All right, Notorious.
Thank you for your time.
So who exactly is the voice actress for Coach?
Oh, so the question is, who exactly is the voice actress for Coach? My answer is, what makes you think it's a voice actress?
Who is Coach?
Well, she was recorded and she did something, so I assumed. But anyone can be a voice actress.
That's what you get for assuming that yes.
How dare you?
Natty, I don't need your scuff right now.
Where was our voice actor from before? Like this. All right, I'm going to plead the fifth on that question. All right,
It's true. I know what you're talking about.
Watch notifications. You can either have it on and off. I used to always have it off so I'd still get the buzz, but not the giant notification in my face.
Right.
So I do get my notifications, but now I can't see.
Okay, so how about this? Maybe we should make it a slider so it can be off, all the way off, on, all the way on, and then like buzz only, like maybe just the haptics and the buzz. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I think we'll do. Yeah. So the question was about notifications and how we changed them. Okay, Wolf.
One more question, Gribbler.
Yeah, I got a question based on custom rooms and custom games. So we know that we can use custom weapons for like paintball, for like bow. Yeah. You can only use bow or specific weapons, which a lot of people do. Are there gonna be? Yeah, actually, I have two questions. First question is: are there gonna be added more weapons to the board for custom games for paintball? For example, a sword with the blocking option from the pirate.
Okay, so that's the first question. So first question was: are we going to add more weapons that you can use in custom games? So yes, generally. As for the sword, I would defer to Josh on that one because here.
You talk about that one. Because that one might be more challenging from a technical perspective.
Yeah, so we have played around with swords and paintball before briefly, and it doesn't just drop in, unfortunately. It's a whole lot of it swings through people, and it doesn't feel very good. But a lot of the guns, absolutely we can add. And so if there may be some new favorite guns that people have out in the community now that Pirate Quest is out, they might want to see those in some of the other game modes. I think we can probably definitely do that. But again, I think with swords, it's one of these things where if we hear that it's a really desirable feature for you guys, then we'll take it really seriously.
Wait. So Like.
Okay. What's the second part of your question?
I got a question.
Yeah, and my second question is like a lot of people who are very creative actually to create like their own game modes, their own modes where people can actually play against either way, defending or attacking. And I was actually thinking of there's only like this one hit option. You hit an enemy or another player, it only says hit. Are you guys thinking of actually doing something different, like a respawn option?
Okay, yes, let me answer that question. So the question was, are we gonna like make it so custom games can be more complex in terms of like maybe respawning you with a specific weapon, maybe respawning you in a specific place or on a specific team or that kind of thing, right? So the answer is yes, for sure. That is basically one of our next big things that we're going to work on, is making it so that you can create much more complex and much more complete games. That is for sure.
Great.
All right, good. All right, unfortunately we got...
Alright, so I think this Q&A is over, so we're going to go ahead and stop for now. I'll see you guys at 8 or sometime around that time, so we can start doing some pirate quests. And that's when I'll actually start talking, in case you were wondering. So I guess I'll see you guys then.